known about the therapeutic benefits of light for centuries. We need light for vitamin D. We need light to convert melatonin. It's good for psychological well-being. However, the dangers have always been unprotected exposure to ultraviolet light. That's why the new SunSoul fluorescent therapeutic material is wonderful. The foundation for all of our skin rejuvenation techniques is light. We see all kinds of lasers, specifically the rise in popularity of intense pulse light. What intense pulse light is filtering out the bad wavelengths of light and allowing hundreds and hundreds of photons to strike the skin in the beneficial wavelengths of light, which is almost like our SunSoul proprietary fluorescent dye. It does the same thing. It absorbs the harmful ultraviolet light, absorbs it, right shifts it, moves into the beneficial spectrum and transmits it onto the skin, much like intense pulse light, into a narrow spectrum of therapeutically beneficial wavelengths of light. At SunSoul, what we've done is we've broken our therapeutic fluorescent garments into different colors. First is yellow mode. Yellow mode is an exciting garment in the skin rejuvenation area. What it does is the pigments that are woven into that fabric, the fluorescent dyes, absorb UV light, right shift, and transmit and amplify into the yellow spectrum. Those are photons of light between 500 nanometers and 600 nanometers, which is the precise wavelengths of light we use during a photofacial to improve red discoloration, such as rosacea, broken capillaries, spider telangiectasia, spider veins, and then the brown discolorations, melasma, pregnancy mask, hyperpigmentation. So we've got a yellow mode garment that acts as a home photofacial device, a photofacial in a shirt, a photofacial in a hat. So when you go to a golf course or you go to a beach or you're out in the sun, you're playing a game of tennis, you can convert and harness the energy of the sun into therapeutic wavelengths of light that improve your brown and red discoloration.
What I love about yellow mode is the improvement in my skin tone. It reduced like sunspots and fine lines. It made me feel like I had more radiant skin, and it is so easy to use. All I had to do was put the shirt on and go outside for a few hours a week.
Blue mode is a SunSoul fluorescent garment that is developed to treat acne. We've known and actually harnessed blue light for years. What blue light does, that specific spectral wavelength of light sends energy onto the skin and it excites certain chemicals in the skin that injure and destroy bacteria. Our blue mode garment does the same thing. It absorbs UV light, shifts it out of the harmful precancerous wavelengths of light into the spectral range of blue. We take broad wavelengths of light and the pigment is converted and focused again into blue. What blue does is then set up a chain of reactions in the skin that ultimately result in killing bacteria, lowering the pimple count, and improving the inflammatory appearance of people that suffer from acne.
My acne was really embarrassing and I tried everything to get rid of it. Then, my doctor suggested this great idea for clearing out my skin. All I had to do was wear the blue mode shirt for 2 hours a week. So I tried it, and it's so easy. I can wear it when I go bike riding, if I'm hanging out at the beach with my friends. Everybody loves it. And there's also a hat that worked really well on my face. I just couldn't believe that a hat and a shirt would clear up my skin so easily.
At SunSoul, we've been very, very careful to make sure all our fluorescent therapeutic materials are scientifically tested. With the Blue Mode line, we've been able to show with leading dermatologists and plastic surgeons around the world that acne pimple counts go down by up to 30 to 40% with just a few hours of wearing the Blue Mode garment a week. Similarly, with the yellow mode garment, we have some clinical trials that show improvements of 30 to 40% in red discoloration, rosacea, erythema, broken capillaries, and brown discoloration, pregnancy mask, melasma, hyperpigmentation, with just about 3 to 4 hours of exposure a week. SunSoul is a very simple product to use. The fluorescent therapeutic technology, the garment, only needs to be worn a few hours a week. So the garment acts as really two therapeutic interventions. First, it's a block. With a sun protective factor of 50 plus, it's one of the strongest blocks we know. But it doesn't just block those rays, it takes the UV light, absorbs it, and shifts it into therapeutic range of spectrum, and then transmits it to the skin. I don't advise patients to then wear it for hours and hours on end because you expose yourself to unnecessary wavelengths of sunlight. So after a few hours, then you would go back to wearing the normal sunblocks and creams to keep the harmful UV light out. You start to see the benefits in about 3 to 4 weeks. Usually you'll optimize your benefit somewhere between 6 and 10 weeks. So a few hours a week for about 10 weeks.
I heard about Yellow Mode product from a friend of mine who's a doctor. I'm always outside, I love the outdoors, and this is the simplest and easiest way for me to achieve youthful, radiant looking skin. All you have to do is put on the shirt and go outside.